Alright. Hey guys, it's your boy Feel Freak here, and welcome back to another video. Let me check this real quick. Let's put this up. I'll leave it at 30. So, today we are going to be doing another reaction video, so we got two more to add on to the other one. Since the other one did really well, I'm just going to make another one. Trust me, I'm not going to do so much reaction videos, and I'm actually going to take time and actually do some other stuff, but I just wanted to do another video of this, so these are two more going on, so let's get into this. Link will be in this description down below if you want to go subscribe to the people that made this, that done the animation. I don't know if they have the person that voiced. If there's a link to the original video, I don't know what that is, but I'll check it out and see if this is like the original video. If they took the voice audio from the other one and put it into this, but if not, then the link in the description will be down below for this video.
It was Halloween, and my friends and I were super excited. I was dressed as Catwoman. Kate and Emily were dressed as Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman, respectively. There was a Halloween party at Frosty, a club downtown. Most people our age would be there. That was where we would be spending our evening. Good music, drinks, and fun were the things on our list for Halloween. In our 20s, we couldn't stop knocking on doors and saying trick or treat. We took a cab to Frosty, giggling and gossiping.
They're gonna get more than a treat, if you get what I mean.
The cab driver kept giving us weird glances through the mirror, and it made us laugh harder. When we arrived at Frosty, the place was teeming with life. We played games trying to identify the costumes people were wearing. I won, and that was because Kate and Emily weren't lovers of the fantasy world as much as I was. Someone was dressed as Jack Sparrow. His hat kept getting knocked down to the floor, and we watched him amused. He gave up wearing the hat and just held it in his hands with a frown on his face. We got drinks and went to the dance floor. A guy was all over a girl. It grossed me out, and I couldn't help but give him a look of disgust. It was just wrong. As the three of us were dancing,
I do want to say, if you are out in public doing some of that stuff, one, do what you want. It's your life. I'm not gonna stop it, but like at the same time, you gotta be respectful to the people that is around you and everything. So yeah, and if you're in a relationship and everything, just be cautious about that. Like don't stop in doing anything, but also at the same time just be cautious about what around you and what could offend someone, if anything. Just what that guy was doing that they said in video. Yeah, keep your hands to yourself, if anything. Unless if you are at, unless if you're like in a room or anything where people won't say it. So, but let's continue.
nothing fancy happened. Guys would walk up to us and try to dance with us. We refused them all. We had decided that tonight was girls' night, and we were determined to have fun together. We had a break from college stress, and we were content to spend as much time together as we could. A guy bumped into Emily. He was dressed as a knight, and he shifted uncomfortably before abruptly walking away. "He just walked away without saying sorry," she said angrily. I went to get another drink as Kate tried to calm her down. Soon enough, we were dancing with contented smiles on our faces. Someone else bumped into Kate, and the three of us got outraged. These people should really watch where they were going. "Watch it!" we yelled. "Watch where you're going, duckface!" Kate rounded up on the guy. "What did you just call me?" he asked menacingly. From the tone of his voice, I could detect that he was not sober. He was also swaying a little. My mood to fight died, and I started to back away. I tried pulling Kate and Emily along, but they wouldn't budge. They kept on yelling at the Joker, telling him that they were on the dance floor and he was the one who needed to apologize. Suddenly, he pulled out a gun from behind him. Emily screamed and ran backwards. She crashed into me and we both fell down. Everyone looked for the source of the commotion and immediately started to panic when they saw the gun. He pulled Kate towards him and held the gun to her head. Kate's face was white and tears were streaming down her face. She really was representing the badass Harley Quinn badly. Sounds of glass
First off,
and we both fell down. Everyone looked for the source of the commotion and immediately started to panic.
yes, they started to panic. This is panicking. This is definitely being panic. When I get scared and get so terrified. This is my face.
When they saw the gun, face was white and Quinn badly. Sounds of glass breaking filled the club as people ran away from the guy with the gun. Someone stepped on me and I realized how much of
Okay, I get it that you're limited on like event management, but like, what is up with faces, man? This
a
is
bad idea staying on the floor was. I shoved Emily off me and clambered to my feet. I held my hands out, hoping to pacify our attacker. I couldn't just leave like everyone else. He was holding one of my best friends at gunpoint. Wait, I said. It was as if the word triggered him to act. He rammed the butt of the gun on the side of Kate's face and she screamed in pain. He hit her again and blood flowed down her face. I then saw Emily whip past me and watched as she jumped on the guy, screaming like a banshee.
first off, if you see anyone with a gun and everything holding a hostage, do not jump at them. Don't. Yes, you can be hero and everything, but there's other ways to be heroes, and jumping on the person is the worst. Is the actual way that you could end up killing someone due to the fact of being that only pulling that trigger is the only thing that's keeping. Not pulling the trigger is the only thing that's keeping the girl from not dying. And when you jump, you could either a get everything that you wanted to do and everything be the right way, which will probably work about 15% of the time. But the other percentage is no joke. When you jump on him, he fires the gun and it either hits you or hit your friend or someone else around them.
I just stood there, frozen. Kate had gone limp when Emily jumped on him. He hit the floor with a thud, but he still managed to keep a hold of the gun. I suddenly jerked into action. I rushed to him and tried to yank the gun from his hand. His grip
That's even a worse thing to do because you're directly, like, with your friend being on top of him and you're trying to grab the gun. Like I said, it only takes one pull of the trigger to set anything off. Your best bet is, if you're going to do that, is try to unload the gun by pulling the mag out and then unchambering the bullet that's inside of it.
grip was firm, and when he saw what I was trying to do, he got livid and roared. He raised his body and threw Emily off his back. I refused to let go of the gun. That was the only threat as far as I was concerned. He pulled me up with the gun and slapped me hard. I felt blood in my mouth, but my fingers clutched tightly to the gun. He slapped me again, and I felt dizzy from the pain. In our tussle, my finger pressed on the trigger and the rebound made it jerk backwards. He wasn't expecting it, so he lost hold of the gun. Everything happened so fast.
And that's like I said, like the gun went off. So exactly like I said, it would accidentally happen. We're not gonna watch both of them. We're just gonna watch this one because I don't want to do what I did with the other one, where I watched both of them. I kind of want you guys to go continue the video, and I'm gonna start doing that now on. If I do reactions, unless if it's like a try laugh or just a reaction compilation. So if you want to see the second story to this, just follow the link and everything.
1 minute, both of us were struggling for ownership of the gun. The next minute, a shot ran out and hit the back of the wall. I was holding the gun. I was in control now. As soon as we heard the police sirens, he turned to run away, only to discover that 2 cops were coming in through the entrance. He tried to resist them, but he was no match for their brute force. They successfully restrained him and handcuffed him. Kate, Emily, and I were taken to the hospital. Emily had bruised ribs and I suffered a concussion. Kate had to be admitted and monitored for some days due to the blood loss. It was an experience we would never forget. The raw fear coursing through my veins opened my eyes to see how savage humans could be. I never walked without a penknife and pepper spray on me. Kate and Emily handled it differently than I did. Emily saw it as one of the things that happened in life and insisted that she wasn't affected in any way. Kate went for therapy sessions and took self defense classes. She said that she wouldn't be in that kind of situation again. As months went by, our memories about the night started fading. However, we have been very, very careful since then.
Alright, that's a perfect place to leave off. Um, Firstly, since it mentioned a lot about guns, I just want to say I am a really, when it comes down to guns, those are things that I don't like joking about, and when I hear about them in stories, if this ever happens to you and you're getting held hostage or you're in a hostage situation, someone has a gun and everything, one, if you're gonna try to be a hero, find some way that's not gonna cause you to get hurt or harm the other person. Secondly, do not play do like what that one girl did in the video apparently, he said, where she jumped. Exactly, do not do that and everything. And if anything, if this is the other thing to say, if you have a gun or you get into that place and you get the gun from the guy, from the person, one of the biggest things this reamer to do say is don't aim it at something that you're not willing to kill. When what that means is if you have a gun aimed at someone, if you're not willing to kill the person, then don't do it. Because they guns don't kill people, but you can kill people with a gun. So what I'm trying to say is that if you have a gun aimed at someone, you gotta be prepared if you pull that trigger of what will happen. Now at the same time, I just want to say, not all people that has a gun is bad. There's some people that has guns that has it for a good reason, like self-defense. Like that one girl carried around a little knife and pepper spray. A gun is the other self-defense weapon. So just remember that. Um, Thank you guys for watching this video. I know this was like either a short or a long one, but if you want to see the rest of the video, exactly, the link will be in the description down below. And see you guys next time, and peace.